A good idea or not, will Obama's new position on same-sex marriage help or hurt his reelection chances? Michael Berry.
Oh, I think it's terrible for his reelection chances. You look at Oregon, where in 2004, ballot measure 36 was shot down 57-43, but John Kerry carried the state. You look at what happened 2 nights ago in North Carolina, where it was defeated 60-40. In California, where it was defeated 60-40 in 2008. 32 times gay marriage has been put on the ballot, and 32 times it's been shot down. Regardless of what people's positions on it, the fact is, when it gets to the ballot, folks vote against it. This is going to hurt Barack Obama.
I'm not sure you made your case with that first one. John Kerry was a Democrat, by the way, who won the state in 2004. I think it will hurt him politically with religious Hispanics, religious Catholics, and with evangelicals who might have been lukewarm to Mitt Romney, who will now be engaged. I hope we make up for it with the youth vote. It's the right decision, morally and historically, for the president to make, and shows that the president is courageous. He's just as courageous on this, which is a tough political call. He'll lose votes. Just as courageous on this as he was with calling out Osama bin Laden raid when others in the room didn't want to do it. Courageous to save Detroit with public money when private funds weren't available. Courageous to take the Republican recession and create 4.2 million jobs. This is more courage from this president.
Carl, we'll keep it with you for this next one. North Carolina, as you know, approves a ban on same-sex marriage. Should Democrats move their national nominating convention out of Charlotte, as thousands of petitioners now want?
Absolutely not. And, you know, I think we have to encourage progressive values wherever they occur. Let's remember what happened in North Carolina. They didn't need this amendment. It's already the law. What this amendment did, by the way, is extend a prohibition not only to same-sex marriage, but to civil unions and other domestic partnerships as well. Look, the Gallup polling on this has gone from 27% pro-gay marriage in 96 to 50% now. In a lot of states, it's very popular. In a lot of states like North Carolina, it isn't. I know that same-sex marriage is good. I'm in one, and I think it's stable for society. It's not taking anything away from traditional marriage. Doesn't make churches have marriages. No rights are taken away. Civil rights are extended. I want the people of North Carolina to be ahead of that learning curve in the future. Let them see progressives. They'll change.
Berry. Go ahead, Michael.
Okay, first of all, I couldn't follow after Carl used himself and stable in the same sentence. What happens in North Carolina proves how out of touch much of the Democratic Party is. They just lost 60-40 on an issue that this president, the day after, is so courageous he's leading on it. If he was courageous, he would have come out the day before the vote. He did this the day before the George Clooney fundraiser. You do the math. My point in Oregon was Oregonians, even Democrats, don't want gay marriage in a vast majority. This is a killer of an issue. And what happened in North Carolina, showing that they wanted unionized labor and now for gay marriage, shows that the Democratic Party is fractured, and Obama has pulled them too far to the left, which is going to cost him the election in November.
I'm stable enough to look at the polling here in Oregon, which is 50% for gay marriage now, because it's not 2004. We've had 8 years to grow and learn. Maybe you haven't followed that learning curve.
We haven't changed the format. We still don't allow follow-ups.
Well, I'm unstable. You never know what I'm going to do. By the way, I love, you can cut this out of your show, but yes, I love that Rush Limbaugh was on yesterday saying that Obama has declared war on traditional marriage. You notice that Limbaugh's first, second, third, and fourth wives didn't comment.
I didn't know you listened to Rush Limbaugh, Carl, but
it's on in the bathroom here, and because it's on in the bathroom, I can no longer pee normally.
For that matter, what is pee normally anyway?
It's being stable. I'm a stable urinator. I want you to know it.
Finally, Michael Berry, we'll let you lead this one. A divided Congress. No, that's not the question I want to ask. Here's the question I want to ask.
You're so unstable as a host.
I'm mixed up. President Obama gave Congress his to-do list earlier this week. If Congress were to send the president its to-do list, what would be on it?
Apparently, according to the congressional Democrats who came out yesterday for a screening of bullying, apparently what they care about is gay marriage, cap and trade, and bullying. I mean, the congressional Democrats are out of touch. What I think most Republicans, and more importantly, as we saw in Indiana, What the Tea Party and tax-paying American citizens want to see is the government out of our lives, cut the spending, and leave us alone. I mean, that's what this comes down to. They want the government to cut the wasteful spending. I think people want to pull out of wasteful wars, and I think people want to get back to the nuts and bolts of operating this country where we don't spend more than we make. That's a good to-do list. And frankly, I think you'd pick up a lot of Democrats out of that.
Carl?
Well, I look at the to-do list that Nancy Pelosi accomplished that couldn't get through the filibusters in the Senate, and that was extending S-chip to millions of kids in this country, dealing with the green energy future, dealing with jobs before the Republicans came in. What the Democrats want is student loan rate not to go to 6.8% from 3.4 on July 1st with the Stafford loans. Republicans don't care about that. They want kids to pay as much as possible. What Republicans evidently care about is getting between a woman and her doctor and anti-Sharia law. That's what they care about. They're not into jobs. We are.
Guys, we have to call this to a halt. I have to go to the restroom.
Oh!
Carl Wolfson, Michael Berry, thank you very much, guys.
In this state,
Thanks,
we have
guys.
to pee separately. It's the law.